What up, everybody? Have a special returning guest, one of our favorite artists from Houston, man. Doing a lot. Been a minute since we talked to him, so we got to catch up, reconvene. He has a new single out called "Durags and Bonnets." It's a hype song, man. It's a great song about black love. I think y'all gonna enjoy it. But we got to get the man back on and talk about his new upcoming project and everything he's been up to since the last time we talked. So, welcome back to the Gems and Juice podcast, Mikey ISO.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I don't have my applause button, so I got
Yeah.
How y'all doing, man?
What's going on, man?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed.
So, the last time we talked to you, man, we were smack dab in the middle of the pandemic. And now we're returning to have another visit right smack dab in the middle of potentially World War III. So it seems like every time we talk, there's some kind of global cataclysmic event going on. But I don't know what the vibes mean about that, man. But it's still good to have you back on the podcast, bro.
So, hey, fun fact, man. I was born on a Friday the 13th, man.
Oh,
see,
man.
That's it, man. That's it. We get Jasmine on. She'll tell you all the reasons why that means something.
Yeah.
But no, it's good to hear from you again, man. So how you been, bro? How you been? We almost been about 2 years since we last connected and talked. So what you been up to, man? How you been, and how's the music going for you right now?
Man, I've been blessed, man. Been working on this album. I'm finally done with it. I'm excited to release this album. Been holding it for a while, so I'm gonna release a couple singles from the tape before I feel like I drop the album. I just want to build the anticipation. That's why we released Durag and Bonnet. I've been learning.
He got the ladies calling.
Right.
My bad. Also been learning how to play the guitar as well.
Okay.
So, I'm just trying to get everything down. So
yeah, I see you've been getting your Kenny G on too, man. You doing your thing with the saxophone.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to learn 2 instruments at once. It's kicking my ass, bro. It's tough, but I'm gonna get it though. Yeah, give me about 2 years.
Hey, man, it's always good to see artists pick up instrumentation. I always remember, I think I don't even know how true this is. I keep seeing the quote about how Prince told Beyonce that if she learned how to play piano, she would be even greater or like one of the greats. And then like years later, you see her like playing the piano, and she's actually pretty nice now. So yeah, it's always good to see artists pick up more instrumentation and expand their horizons, man. So that's always fun to see.
Yes, especially like a saxophone, man, because you don't really see a lot of artists picking up a saxophone. I think right now the sexy thing is the guitar. And, guitar, you always look cool playing the guitar, but you don't really see people going the saxophone route. So that's why I always appreciate people like Lizzo, playing the flute. And, she's in the band and all that stuff too. So I always appreciate artists that pick up unique instruments and actually play them in their songs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. The saxophone, fun fact. I always wanted to learn how to play that when I was a kid. I used to ask my dad, could he buy me a saxophone? And he was like, yo, you got to get your grades up, at least B's and A's before I do that. Never got my grades up to them B's and A's. So when I finally got when I bought me a saxophone, it was like, yo, I'm going to learn it. But yeah, it's a fun experience. I'll tell you that right now. Just going back to feeling like, you can't do something and be like, man, when will that time come where I'm finally confident in playing at live shows and such like that? It's a journey, and it's fun. So yeah,
always good to hear, man. And like I said, expands the horizons. The sound expands as well. So it's always good to hear, fresh instrumentation on a rapper when they grow, because a lot of people get stuck in, they have a beat they like and they just follow that sound throughout their entire career. But it's always fun to see artists grow and mature with new sounds. But we got to talk about this new single, man. You got a song called Durag Bonnet out right now. And I will start by saying this song is very offensive to follically challenged individuals such as myself. Okay. There's a lot of hair. There's a lot of hair. Everybody got hair and do-rags and bonnets on. I don't see one bald brother. Us in the bald community have a problem with this, man. We call you bald phobic. We don't like that, man. We need representation, and we need representation too. Okay,
bald shaming.
I'm looking at all this. The niggas getting twists. Niggas getting their hair done and combed and rubbed on. What am I supposed to do with this video, man? Huh? Supposed to rub nothing? Like, come on, man.
You can still rock a do-rag.
you definitely can still rock a do-rag. Mike Jones rocked a do-rag for like 5+ years.
No, that was 2005, man. You get clowned if you bald rocking a do-rag now, dog. I went to college rocking a do-rag when I was balding, and I got clowned then. Niggas was like, what you wearing a do-rag for, dog? Well, last threw that shit away. So now I'm just fucking around though, man. This song really is a beautiful song. Beautiful video as well about Black love and just great visuals. So tell us about this video. Tell us about the song, how it came about conceptually. You mentioned in the YouTube comment or that there was some trouble and you almost gave it up, but still finished it. So tell us about the entire creative process behind making this single, man.
All right. So, with my job, usually what I do, I travel around the states, sometimes out of country, to help doctors and nurses with a new EMR system that they get, electronic medical record system that they get called.
Shout out to my girl Chanel, man. She the one that put me on to you, my girl from Cleveland.
Oh yeah. So I was in Ottawa, Canada, and I remember I was going crazy. This is back in 2019, and I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to be here. Like, I was out there for at least about 4 to 5 months, and I couldn't come back home. Like, the job was, it kept going. I was like, yo, I'm going crazy out here. So I'm looking for like productions, and I meet somebody out there that made the beat to this record. And I hear it and I'm like, yo, this is dope. So I keep listening to the beat. And I think I remember I FaceTimed one girl, she had a bonnet on. And that's when the idea clicked to me, where it was like, oh snap, this would be dope if I create a record called like Durag Bonnet. Like, I was joking around with it at the time, but I was just like, I don't think nobody has ever created a song like this. So at the time, what's that song called? It's by Thundercat, Dragon Ball Durag, or
Dragon Ball Durag. Yeah,
that song wasn't out yet. Durag Activity, and I'm like, yo, nobody. So I was getting scared when these songs were dropping. Like,
that's the worst, man.
It was so easy, and I was like, man. So I made the song in 2019, 2020. That's when COVID was at its prime, really. And we began shooting the video then. I met the videographer that day when we shot. The first scenes we shot were the outside scenes. Shout outs to Maya Prince. That's Jay Prince's daughter.
Oh, wow.
She wanted to, me and her are real cool. She agreed to be my girlfriend in the video, and she did an amazing job. Like, just her, like, just acting. The chemistry was great.
Is this her with the afro?
Yes, that's the one with every scene with me and another girl. That's her in it.
Oh,
like,
wow,
with the afro. Yeah. So we shot the outside scenes first, and it was actually a collaboration project with me and this girl named Lid Rock, where she wanted to involve something that she always does every summer, where she showcases like Black love and a different like impacts. That's why everyone had their version of their do-rags, because she created it and such. So after we shot all those scenes, the videographer was like, yo, we don't have enough scenes. We need to build on these scenes and such. So I'm like, all right, cool, we can do that. So he shall remain nameless. That's why I don't have him on there, because but it was just a lot of trials. Like we shot more scenes than a few days later. And granted, I always traveled. He was still in school. Maya was busy, so it was a lot of like we couldn't all link together. So after those happened, we shot the inside scenes with Maya like a few days later. Then Maya got extremely busy, and I couldn't work with Maya anymore. And then so now we were trying to build around that, and we did not know what to do. So after all that, we're like, yo, let's try and shoot a brand new video instead, hire a different girl, all this. We did that. Hired another girl. Didn't go as planned as well. Like it was like the more I think about it, the more mad I get. But it was like I was so frustrated because I'm like, yo, tell me what we need to do. I don't care if I have to shoot like 10 solo scenes and you just build around everything. Let me know what we need to do. And he just got fatigued of shooting the whole video. So he was just tired himself. And he was to the point where I told him, hey, I need the video January 1st of this year. Because now we started shooting in 2020. And it's like, if you really look at my hair, you could tell which one are the recent, because my hair has grown so much since then. You could tell which one is the recent clips that we shot and which one are the older clips. So January 1st came and I was just like, yo, I need the video. Like, no jokes, I need the video. He kept telling me he was going to edit it. And January 1st came, he was like, I'm sorry, I can't do it. I don't know what to do. Like, and I got so frustrated. He was like, I'll give you your money back. I'll give you the clips back and I'll find somebody else to edit it for you. So I reached out to one of the homies and he edited it for me. And he sent me the video the day I released the single. I just went with faith. I just said, yo, I'm going to drop this single February 22nd. I didn't have the video. I was just like, yo, whatever happens, happens. And he sent me the video and I loved it. I was like, yeah, let's roll with it.
Damn, that's amazing, man, because if you haven't told this story, I wouldn't have never known. I looked at the video. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. This is different. And we would have had no idea you went through all of that. And me as a former artist, I know how it is hitting up the video, man, and the dude not answering and all type of BS going on. That's the worst feeling ever, man. Knowing you done spent all this money with this guy. And the video is supposed to be out a certain day, and it's like, hey, he not answering or he giving you the runaround. That's the worst feeling in the world, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
was gonna say that the truth is, man, a lot of music, a lot of the best art comes from that kind of struggle, to be honest, man. Because that just reminds me of, I just watched this Kanye documentary, Part 2 of Genius, and they're talking about shooting it through the wire video. And I didn't know that was all from, Kanye paid for that. The label didn't pay for nothing. He had to, he was struggling, couldn't barely eat, making beats for food. He had to fund the whole thing himself. He had to shoot the whole thing himself with his own crew. And that's one of the best videos he ever made.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
a lot of art does come from that kind of struggle, man. Just the video is beautiful. So you did a great job with it.
Yeah. Real quick on that Kanye down. We ain't gonna dive deep into it because I only got halfway through it. But it with the Kanye, that album, it kind of made me respect that album so much more, knowing what all he went through, because I'm thinking Rockefeller didn't pay for it, all this other stuff. But he was like going from studio to studio, borrowing studio time for that album. And the way it came out, I'm like, wow, because I kind of had that album a little low just for the simple fact that that was his first album and he made so many other great albums after that. So it wasn't a thing where it was bad, but it was like his first album. And so his style changed so much and he got so much better at rapping. So, but that watching that part kind of changed my whole way on how how that album came out because of what he went through.
Yeah. The whole documentary is amazing. I don't know what part you're not on, so I won't.
Oh, you good? You good? You could talk. I don't care about spoilers.
No, but even like I think of it, even like one of my favorite songs off the album was "Last Call."
Yeah.
where he tells the story at the end, and it's like it hits me 10 times even more now. Actually seeing visuals of what he went through as an artist, and it's like even someone like Kanye, for us to see Kanye where he is right now versus where he was back then, where he just looks up like getting the the stamp from Scarface, Ludacris, all these other guys, where Kanye is this guy right now, and it's just like, yo, it's amazing to see these things because he believed in his vision when no one else did. And so, uh they show the clip of when he won the Grammy where he was like, everyone wants to know how Kanye was gonna be when he spazzed out. I guess we'll never know. And it's just like
one of the greatest lines ever in Grammy history, man.
Absolutely.
I can't think of anything better to say at that point.
That's amazing.
It is very inspirational, man, and I get shades of that through the Wire video, through that Durag Bonnet, especially after you explain the process of it, man. So a lot of beautiful art does come from struggle. Nobody wants to be struggling forever, Eventually, we do have to all make it, but no, a lot of art does come from trouble production and just things like that in general. But so, what locations did you shoot? Because some of it look familiar, but where'd you actually shoot the video at, man?
All right, so the scenes where I'm getting my hair braided, any scenes in the house was at my parents' house.
Okay.
The scenes outside where we were shooting with everybody outside with their do-rags and such, and even when I was performing to them when everyone was behind me with the bike scenes, we shot that in a place called the Quarters in Sugarland. Okay. The Quarters, it has a dope history behind the Quarters. It's really like, quote unquote, like the poorest area in Sugarland. And I know they want to gentrify that spot because it's like a lot of African Americans stay in the Quarters. If I remember correctly, I believe that's like the last place where slave owners own that area. So it's like, if you look at that area, most people think it's like the ghetto and such, but like the Quarters are like some of the friendliest people. Like, they're always outside. They'll see you. They'll wave at you. Don't even know who you are. So when they saw all of us come, they were like, man, what is going on? And this is COVID too. So they were like, yo, what is? And I'm like, yo, we just shoot the music video. And they're like, all right, cool. Come on, shoot the video. Just, social distance.
I don't see no mask on. What's going on?
Only like one dude probably had a mask in the whole video.
I'm calling the CDC. I'm already mad because I'm bald and not represented in the video, so I'm telling.
And then, I forget what this spot is, but it's like where they got all the dope graffitis downtown. It's a downtown area. That's where we shot the scene where I'm in the slab, where you see the legends like on the wall and such. And the way I got that slab was very interesting too, because the dude just drove there with his slab, and I seen him. I was like, dog, I want a slab in the video. And I just asked him, I said, hey bro, can I use your slab? And he was like, oh, for what? I was like, I'm shooting a music video. Oh, man, go ahead. Wale just used my slab in a video last week. And I knew what song he was talking about, because that's when Wale had released that song with him, Maxo, and what's that boy name? Yella Beezy, I believe.
Yeah.
When he sampled Still Tipping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was a Maxo Green song?
No, you talk about the tipping, Still Tipping Forever.
I gotta check what it's called, but I know it's a Wale song with Maxo and Yella Beezy, and he sampled the Still Tipping record.
Damn.
Yeah, it was on his last album.
Okay. Is it Down South?
Yeah, Down South.
Okay.
Yeah, they shot a music video for it in Houston, and the slab that I used, he was like, "Yeah, why they just used my video my slab last week for that music video?" I was like, "Cool."
That's dope, man.
That's cool.
Mhm.
I got to ask you this, man. I want to say it was probably a couple years ago. It was a big debate on social media about women wearing bonnets in public. that was looked down upon, but it seemed like you kind of appreciate this. So I want to know where you stand when it comes to women walking in the restaurant with a bonnet on.
I mean, in a restaurant, I don't.
just out in public, period.
Out in public, I really don't care. Like, it doesn't really concern me. Like you know what I'm saying? Because I've seen some women with some dope bonnets, and I be looking like, yo, where? Because I wear bonnets sometimes, and so I got a bonnet somewhere here. I was trying to find it, so. And I'll walk out with that joint sometimes and forget. So it's like I don't really care as much because it's like do-rags get the pass. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go out in public, you see somebody with a do-rag, you won't really think twice about it. Unless like he probably got a two-tone do-rag or like one of them do-rags.
I forgot about those.
Yeah, you like, yo, brother, that was early 2000s, bro. But you don't really trip on people wearing do-rags. So I feel like, you know, with the I don't feel like it should be right where it should be like, okay, do-rags are accepted in public, but bonnets are not accepted in public. So I wear it.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I agree, man. I think it all depends on how you behaving. That's one thing too. Like, look, if you mind your business being cool, but if you acting an ass and you got a bonnet,
now
come on, man.
Yeah. I agree. I think people just need to mind their business, man. Long as you ain't being destructive, then you know I ain't got no problems with it. Now, I mean, if it was my kids, I probably would say, you know, nah, take the bonnet off. But I ain't got no problem. You know, that's just a personal thing. But I'm not mad at somebody else for doing it.
You never know what's underneath that bonnet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They may take it out. You like, yo, put the bonnet back on.
Yeah. Or you know what was or what's worse is when, you know, somebody might be going through like a medical condition or something. And you be like, oh, take the hat off. And you look and they got, you know, some type of medical condition, patches or something like losing hair. Then you feel stupid. Yeah.
Yeah.
So best bet is to mind your business.
Absolutely.
100%, man. So let's talk about the album, man. You did mention to us before we started recording that this song is the only song that sounds like this. You know, Durag Bonnet is the only song that, you know, is kind of this slower love song type of song on your new album. So explain what your new album is going to sound like, man, and what's the concept behind it.
You know what? I've changed the album title like so many times, but I think this is gonna be the first time. This will be the first time I've announced it in public, so I'm gonna let y'all know.
Yeah, exclusive.
We gotta hype it up.
Okay.
Hype it up. Give the juice exclusive coming live and direct. Mikey ISO revealing in public for the first time ever the name of his new album. Gonna be out soon. Make sure y'all check it. Exclusive content right here.
Yeah.
The name of the album is drumroll.
The name of the album is called 3 Feet from Gold.
All right.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all ever see those pictures of like you see like a dude, he's like digging and then he's like on the ground and like diamonds are on the other side.
Yeah, I seen that.
And he turned around.
Yeah, he gives up. So it's like a representation, basically. You never know how close you are to success. And the album kind of represents like just trials and tribulations of things that I've been through in life. You can sense a lot of emotions such as anger, me being vulnerable. You know, it's so much. So it's like it's nothing no one's ever heard of from me. Like I even tell you some of the people I have on the album. I have one of my homies, Danny Watts, on the album. I got OMB Bloodbath on the album. I got a reggae artist that's amazing, named Pepper Dawn. He's on the album as well. Uh, it's a lot of energy and something that people have never heard from me. So it's like Durag and Bonnet. It's more of the style that people have heard from me, such as Blessings, Sapphire Blue, records like that. But outside of Durag and Bonnet, there's no other song that really sounds like that. Everything is a lot of energy, vulnerable. I even got an Afrobeat record.
Okay.
Yeah, gotta touch the roots, me being Nigerian. Um, Production is crazy. Shout outs to Snipe. I was in LA in December, and one of the homies, his name's Snipe Young. He's done a lot of work with people like YG, Kendrick, Beyonce, and everything. And I've met him on Clubhouse. So me and him were always cool on Clubhouse. And when I was in LA, I'm like, yo, I'm in LA, man. Let's link up. And I went to his crib, and such a humble dude, man. I was at his crib for 12 hours. I got there at 3, didn't leave till 3 a.m. He listened to the whole album. He heard the last song, and he was like, yo, let me touch up this song a little bit. And what he did to that song, it's crazy. Like, he just, that's probably my favorite song on the whole album, the outro of the whole album. And it's crazy. Oh, shout outs to 8 too, before I forget, because she's on the album as well. I don't want to leave nobody out, but it's not a lot of features on the album. It's a lot of me, live instrumentation, such as songs like Durag and Bonnet, where you hear the saxophone being played. That's Eddie on the saxophone, but the album got live instrumentations. It's crazy, man. I'm just really excited because it's like, I know nobody in Houston really creates what I create. So this album just shows my growth as an artist, and I'm a lot more, I'm very comfortable with this album. So 3 feet from gold.
Damn. 3 feet from gold, man. One of our most anticipated albums of the year. It's coming out this year, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna drop it this year.
Okay.
I've held it.
I'm excited, man. You kind of got me hyped a little bit. I want to hear that outro.
Thank you. Yeah, it's amazing.
Definitely looking forward to it, man. Like we said, you're one of our favorite artists, and great video you got out. I also like that Candy Coated Dreams Part 2 a lot, man. That shit was hard.
Oh yeah,
so
it's on the album. It's on the album.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was your first single, then, technically, huh?
Yeah, that was my first single. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, looking forward to it, man. Really looking forward to it. Gonna be a dope album. 3 feet from gold, coming out soon. Is there anything else? Are you gonna be live performing anytime soon, man? Anywhere that people can see you?
Yes, I have a show with So Far Sounds on March 11th. I'm gonna bring out the Gumbo Jam, the band that I always usually perform with. So we'll be live. We will be doing Durag and Bonnet, Candy Coated Dreams. I may perform some singles off this new album there. So if y'all want to show up, pull up there. Then I have another show March 26th. That's in at Lily and Bloom. Shout outs to Jameson. I'll be performing March 26th without the band, and I know I'm definitely going to do a lot of unreleased over there. So I'll probably have like a 30-minute to a 45-minute set, depending on how I feel. And yeah, we're definitely rocking out. So March 11th, March 26th.
Okay. I can get your tickets now, yo.
Yeah, I gotta ask you real quick. Are you still selling or making do-rags? Because last time I seen you was making custom do-rags, man. I gotta get one. Yeah, I like that. So you do do-rags on deck? Yeah, so you do the bonnets and do-rags or just do-rags?
I only got the do-rags right now. I'm gonna try to go get the bonnets. But
okay.
Right now, I got a limited amount left. So yeah, we got the do-rags on deck. They ain't gonna give you waves, but they gonna look nice.
Yeah.
So this do-rag don't discriminate.
that shit look clean, man. That shit look clean. So.
You know the worst thing about do-rags or the cheap do-rags is when they get the hole in the middle. Like when they get that hole right there. That used to be the worst, man. Yeah, so you put the string above the bottom so you could cover up that little hole. Man, that was the worst.
Yeah.
Rough. Oh yeah, did y'all ever hear sidebar There was a store that only sold do-rags that recently closed. Did y'all
Yeah,
hear about that?
it was in
Yeah, I
L.A.
seen
They were
people
selling them for
blasting
like
on Twitter.
$200, right?
Yeah, it was something ridiculous.
They blasted her on Twitter. I seen the retweet, the quote retweets, and I said, "Yo,
Yeah.
that's crazy."
Yeah, she had some very, very questionable tweets in the past too, man. So very
Yeah.
problematic individual.
Yeah.
But
At first, I felt bad because I'm like, oh dang, that was a little hustle. But then people start digging up the tweets. I was just like, oh yeah, she wild.
Man, that's crazy.
yeah, but I'm surprised that nothing like that's really taken off, man. Especially since we were in the do-rag resurgence era, it seemed like. So I was kind of surprised. That was like the first one I had heard of, a black-owned like do-rag and bonnet shop or whatever. So maybe that could be in your future, man. You're a lot less problematic than that. So maybe that could be the next Mikey ISO hustle, man. I don't know. Got to get you a storefront soon.
Yeah, somebody got to run that for me. I can't. Me selling these do-rags is already a lot in itself. I'm like, yo, when people make orders, I'm like, yo, I gotta go ship it. I want to make sure I ship it on time and good for. I just want to make music, man. I need somebody to do this for me right here. So
I feel you. Well, shoot. So 3 Feet from Gold coming soon, man. We definitely gonna want to talk to you again once the album drops, and very much looking forward to it. Make sure to follow that man, Mikey ISO, at Mikey MYKEYISO on all social media platforms. Make sure you stream his new single, Durag Bonnet, out on all DSPs. And yeah, album coming soon. Very much looking forward to it. Make sure you see him March 11th and 26th, correct?
Correct.
Yeah, looking forward to it, man. I'm going to try to head out. I don't be heading out too much, but I'm going to try to make it for one of the shows, man, because looking forward to it, to the unreleased music being played. So yeah. Y'all stay tuned to this man. We telling y'all, this dude got next up, man. Amazing music, amazing artist, and yeah, you definitely gonna enjoy his music. So make sure y'all check it out.
I got to toot our own horn a little bit, man, because I feel like all the artists we get on this show, they eventually take off, man. We done had our girl Nefertiti Avani. She was on here and she just blew up like crazy. So I think you right there too, man. I think a lot of people gonna be talking about your music, your vibe, and all that.
Thank you. I truly appreciate that, man. I just got to keep going, man. Like one thing I know I suffered with, it was just really just staying consistent. Like I'm consistently making music, but consistently just staying present. Like people constantly seeing my face on social media, releasing like. For me to not like I released Candy Coated Dreams, like I made Durag and Bonnet before I made Candy Coated Dreams Part 2. So for me to like release Candy Coated Dreams and not release until like another year, I was like, I can't do that no more. It's like God willing, because I have another video in the works from the same person. He has to hurry and finish that video, but hopefully that comes out no later than April. Yeah, so
the self-promotion thing is very hard, man. Especially hard for people like me, because I'm very insecure about shit like that. Luckily, I got Figgy on my team and Jasmine, and they the promo people, man. But
man, he ain't even got a damn profile picture, man.
I don't, man. Like, look, I like it's tough for me to do self-promotion because especially when you're critical of yourself and what you do, it's like it's tough to post and be like, hey, this is the dopest thing out, when it's like I don't know if it's the dopest thing out. Like I'm trying to believe in myself. So it's tough to do the self-promotion constantly be on social media exposing yourself to all this bullshit every day just to make sure you're getting your name out there, man. It ain't as easy as it looks. It takes a lot out of people. So definitely credit to you.
And it's hard, even I would say on the other side. It's for like with me used to rap and all that stuff. As a rapper, man, to make yourself look good, you got to have everybody else promoting it. It don't look good when the rapper is the only one promoting it. And then, trying to get other people promote your shit is like pulling teeth. So family, cousins, they ain't gonna promote it. You kind of gotta look at, get out and about, meet people. and hopefully they do it. So it's a little frustrating, but at the end of it all, man, it's worth it. And at the end, your family will jump on board once you make it.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, just stay consistent, man. I couldn't do the rap stuff no more, man. It's too much work. I felt like, man, I realized about myself. I'm the type of person that like to do some work, go home with my family and chill. Being a rapper, man, especially with the crew I was with in Cleveland, it was like we got to go to this club to perform, and we got to go here to the studio. There's all type of dudes around and smoking and drinking. I'm just like, I'm not really with this, man. I like to record on my own by myself, and just go to the house and shit. I'm not trying to be in nobody's club. I'm tired of mean mugging to make it so don't nobody try nothing with me. And now it's like, I'd rather do what I'm doing now, which is radio and all that stuff. I could do my hours and go home and be normal. Or I could go to the mall like a normal person instead of the grind, man. But yeah, just keep doing it, man.
Yeah, that's what's so crazy. That's my biggest downfall too. Like, my studio is right here. So I don't like, I can stay home 24/7. All the songs I create in this room. Go right here, record it, boom, easy. And my biggest problem is I don't step out. Like, going to clubs, going to lounges. If people like a lot of people would think, like, I heard somebody say, man, you already got like the star quality. I never see you and da. Like, I really think you're big. And I'm like, yo, you don't see me because I don't step out. The only place I go is this spot called the Gumbo Gym on Sundays. But other than that, it was like, I know I need to do the things that you said. I have to be more seen. I have to, really network outside of just social media because watching content.
I'm working on that too as a media person. Just, even if it's not like a club and just stepping out somewhere just to be like, hey, how you doing? Blah, 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 and leave. Yeah. I'm trying to do that more this year to kind of help the podcast a little bit. But as an artist, man, once they start seeing you everywhere, then it's like, oh, okay, I know who that is, and that will help you out a lot. Because to be honest, a lot of people not on social media, believe it or not. So, it's good to touch those people too, instead of, the same old people on social media who feel like you doing the damn thing. So it's always good to get out there and just meet people.
Yep.
It's overrated to me. I'm not a meet people person, but I'm trying to work on it, man. The goal is to become Kendrick. The goal is to become Kendrick Lamar. Work real hard in the beginning, blow up, then don't do shit for 5 years.
Don't do nothing. You want to drop and let people still talk about your album that you dropped in 2017.
Yep.
Yeah, shoot. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of look up to Frank Ocean a little bit.
Yep.
Like that dude. When was the last time he made a performance? And that dude go crazy every year. Something they be like, oh, is he dropping or is he performing? And how he just got everybody by the what, and he could just drop anything and just go crazy. And this dude sitting at the house. Yeah, this dude sitting at that dude sitting at the house drinking beer right now, man. Ain't worried about nobody.
That's life.
That's the goal, man. That's the goal. We don't want to hold you up too much, though, man. We know you got things to do, people to see. But like we said, man, make sure y'all check out that man, Mikey ISO. New single, Durag Bonnet, out right now. Make sure you check out that Candy Coated Dreams Part 2. That's a real H-Town sounding ass song, man.
Yeah, the video is really dope, too, man. The video real dope.
Artistic video. So, make sure y'all check that man out. And, until next time, man, we definitely going to do it again, bro.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. For sure. Let's make it happen.